Okay, this next clip, you will see both the BFF and cover band cards played heavily. All right. Mike Hard mentions how this fake new Thrall Bullies album is less psychedelic and has a heavier sound because, like I mentioned earlier and Scott said, he considers himself a metalhead. And let's face it, from everything I have covered in the video so far, the facts show that the band Thrall had booked and went into the electrical audio studio to record the fourth Thrall album, but somewhere along the line, somebody decided it would just be quicker, easier, and probably much more profitable to fraudulently call it a God Bullies album. So, Scott and Mike mention how heavy this album is and how on the next album it will be more psychedelic. But if it's the same lineup as Thrall, I wouldn't be holding your breath if I was you. All right, Scott Kodrick addresses the drama, or what I like to call the real issues I've been stirring up around the fake God Bully album. Scott plays the BFF memorial cards, and he says he's played actual God Bully shows, which is an absolute bold-faced lie. Hard does admit I would have been willing to work with him, but I doubt that will ever happen now, since he unfortunately decided to take the quicker route and fake it without any of the actual band members. He didn't want to wait around for the real deal to happen. Okay. Then Scott Kodrick makes the absolute ridiculous statement that there have been 13 people in the God Bullies. That's just idiotic. All right, everybody. First of all, just because you get to come up on stage and play a few songs as a guest guitarist doesn't make you a God Bully. Okay. You're not going to get any royalties. You're not going to be mentioned on any of the albums. Everybody who has recorded on an album is mentioned on the album. And Scott Kodrick's name is nowhere to be found. As Scott says, it is what it is. End of story. Let's check it out.
That's good. That's what we needed to do.
Yeah,
I mean, I think we're self-critical on each other, and I think that because of that, that's why the album's so good.
And we've been playing together for so long, and like when we were in Thrall, we played God Bully songs on the encores, and same thing with Brainsaw and They Never Sleep. We've always kind of kept trying to keep the God Bully name alive with the other bands I've been on and been in. So I mean, we've been trying to keep the flame going as well for like these last 30 years, just through the Mike Hard show and Thrall, and just keep. And then sometimes if David was around, we have a Thrall show. He'd come up and play guitar in the encore and do some Bully stuff. So we've been trying to keep the name alive. It's Pat. Well, Scott was in Thrall on every Thrall record, and then Cliff's on 2 of them. So there might be a little bit of heavier God Bully sound than what it was before. Maybe not as psychedelic, but I think this next record we're going to kind of go with a more kind of a psychedelic feel to it. Maybe
right
not as heavy. Yeah, so we'll see. But
and there's a bunch of drama going on. I don't know if you've heard it, but whatever. I mean, I've played God Bully shows. I've played with David. I've known David for 30 years. David and I were great friends. Like it is what it is. I don't pretend to be David. This album was never meant to be like that. We did this as a tribute to David and Johnny, So
yeah, apparently we pissed off one of the old God Bully members. So
yeah.
The only one that wants to work with me, and I don't even think he wants to work with me. I just want to work with people who want to work with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just put out music and have fun, like Jesus Christ.
I mean, there are 13 people in God Bullies. 13. Just like any other band that's been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.